English 101. All right, we are back on. I'm feeling much better. Thank you for everyone who checked in. Okay, so we need to dive into our research papers, which I'm nervous about. I really love teaching research. I have an academic background in research. As an undergraduate, I was a research assistant, and I majored in both English and psychology. And I love research. And yet, for English 101, the kind of research that I am good at teaching and know how to model is not exactly what we're going to be doing. What we'll be doing is actually a little easier, so that's good, but it's harder for me to teach because I don't have as much experience doing this kind of what I'll call lighter research. So what I think we should do, I'm going to give you some options on what you might want to research, some possible topics. You have the option to come up with your own topics still, but I think it will be good for us to have a collective or one topic to talk about. You still have freedom to do whatever you'd like. You do have to run the topics by me. So we'll talk about what research is. I'll direct you to what you need to read in your book. These chapters are so important, so if you do not have the book, I really hope everyone's gotten it, at least a digital version by now. If you do not have the book, you need to let me know as soon as possible so I can get you the same information. I'm sure we can find it outside of the book. Okay, so what you're going to be doing for your research essay, you still need to observe organization and structure the way that we do in all essays. So regarding that, go back to the last video, which was day 2, and I forgot to attach all the links to the exercises I want you guys to work on for grammatical errors and syntactical errors and so on and so forth. I will attach all of those exercises, go back there and use that as like a boot camp to get yourself ready to write this paper. Second, I want to say the revisions that have come in are significantly better. We're talking about 20-point jumps. So well done. For the folks who took advantage of office hours, I really see the difference in your writing. English 101 is about learning not just structure or organization. Like we talk about, we don't want to get locked into a structure, but we need to understand how ideas relate so that we can be writing well no matter what genre we're writing in, what multi-genre we're writing in, what genres we're mixing, right? It's important skill to master and internalize structure and organization so that you are an effective communicator, okay? So I am seeing improvement there, but we all have a lot more work to do. So go back to the first 2 videos, review all of that. The first video I posted has the foundations of this research unit too, in addition to examples of research papers and essays. So go back and review that too. So your first assignment is go back and review the other 2 videos. Next, I want you to either brainstorm a topic and find 2 sources, or 1 source, and submit that to me by Saturday, or use this topic. I think what would be really interesting to research right now, and I understand that not everybody will be able to do this psychologically, but this global pandemic is something we have not yet seen. I mean, most of us, I think all of us in this class, have never lived through anything like this. And it's changed our daily life. It's changed the way that we do school, for instance, the way that we communicate, the way we get food. Even for folks who are continuing to work, it's changed. Your daily routine is probably different because you have to be more careful about bringing the virus back home. There's just so many things to consider. Also, we are seeing tremendous immediate reversals of climate issues that pollution has contributed to. I want to make a quick note. There are some folks who are saying, humans are the virus, we're the problem, blah, 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 blah. I think that's a harmful line of thinking to go down because it isn't humanity that's a problem, because indigenous people on all in all places on all land have never their populations have never destroyed the earth. So it's the way that we live on the world that's the problem. So I don't think the world is overpopulated. I don't think that death is ever good. I don't think we should ever connect this virus and this trauma to a positive thing, like, okay, well, it's just cleaning out part of the earth. I think that's terrible, terrible thinking, and I think it's wrong. Like, I think it's inaccurate, but I also think it's really harmful. But what I do think is true is that the way that major cities and societies and countries have had to alter their daily behavior in order to be safe has positively impacted the environment. And so one possible research option would be why. So where have we seen improvements in air quality, and why? And what might it look like to continue these improvements once we have a cure / vaccine / inoculation against the virus? So once we can go back to normal life, how can we do that responsibly and allow the earth to continue to heal? So that's one option. I'm going to rewrite this in a more cogent and clear way in your assignment. So that's one possible option. Another possible option is this virus is disproportionately impacting different populations of people. Especially in the United States, we see this significantly. Minorities, Hispanic folks, and Black Americans are being impacted at greater numbers than white Americans. This has to do with racial disparities in healthcare. It has to do with systemic oppression, meaning like entire systems being unfair to certain kinds of people. It also has to do with money, access to money, and I think looking at how COVID-19 is impacting different populations could be another really interesting research topic. Okay, so that's two so far. Did I have a third one? Maybe what would be fascinating, and this is a huge controversial topic as well, lots of educators are concerned that the switch to online has been, it's been difficult for everyone who didn't sign up for an online class, whether it was taking it or teaching it, right? But also, there's a concern that people who make money off of online platforms like Blackboard or Zoom or anything like that, which is another reason I'm using YouTube, that's beside the point. But people who make money off of these online platforms are going to be pushing for us to be translating more and more and more of our classes to online. There's already a shortage of positions for full-time professors at all universities and colleges. And, this is of great interest to me because I would like to be teaching full-time at the college level very soon, and I frankly don't think there will be jobs for me and for my peers who are looking for the same thing. And that's scary. So how is COVID-19 going to impact university jobs and university students, university or college? I'm using those interchangeably, although they're different things. That's also a separate point. And basically overall, how might COVID-19 impact the world of education, from kindergarten to graduate school? That's a very broad question, but if you Google that, you'll start to find, or if you begin to research that, you'll start to find different possibilities. Okay, so this leads me to a bit of a problem. So one of the things, oh, sorry, that's my stomach. One of the things that we're not supposed to be using Google as a search engine to support our research, because you're supposed to be navigating the library's search engine. Well, not search engine, but research access. It was in your library tutorials. I hope you took advantage of those. I'm not sure. I can't share my screen on Photo Booth, but it's possible that I can use a different thing to do that, to walk you through the search engine from the library if you don't know how to do that. So let me know if you need that, and we can figure that out. Maybe we could just do a Zoom call, and if we do a Zoom call, I can share my screen and show you how to do it. That might be the best way, and that would be like an office hour thing where it would be just you and me. Or maybe we could do that as a group for whoever needs that. That would actually save me a lot of time, so let's try that for that. So if you want a private tutorial where I can share my screen and show you how to begin this research, please email me and we'll set that up for early next week. It won't be on Wednesday, but we'll find maybe an evening or something where the most people can come. Okay, so we're not supposed to use Google for this research. However, one of the things that is really important for you as a learner is to know how to both synthesize information and really be critical about the sources you're using. So I personally do not have a problem with you using a search engine like Google as long as you are using vetted and proper sources. And by that I mean it can't be like most .coms, it can't be someone's blog, you have to be using actually well-researched articles to get your information. We're not going to be using Wikipedia either. Wikipedia, I think, as a separate note, is actually a really good resource if you're just trying to get a broad understanding of a complex thing. Wikipedia often is a great resource to start with. But we don't use encyclopedias as sources for higher level research. We also are not going to use Wikipedia. In addition to that, Wikipedia, of course, can be edited by anybody. And so just be aware of that. If you are looking up something on Wikipedia to get a better understanding of it, that's fine, but Wikipedia can't be one of your sources. So you should have at this point all done the tutorials that are on the library's, they're on Blackboard under announcements on our class page. We're not using Blackboard, but that's where the link was, and I can't copy the link because, of course, Blackboard is a closed system. You can only get there if you have a password, so the link is only in this closed system. So if you have not yet done the library tutorials, you do need to do that. Of all of the assignments we've had since we locked down or we're in quarantine, that's the one you have to do because you need that information to fulfill this assignment. Okay, so far we've gone over basic ideas, topics. So all I want us to do right now is think about topics, develop a topic, and find at least one source where you're gonna use to explore that topic. I would like you to email me this information by Monday morning at the latest. So by Monday morning, which is, what is the date? Monday is the 20th. So by April 20th in the morning, I would like you to email me a topic you've chosen and one source. And I'm going to look through those, approve them. Again, you can use the topics I've already put forward. And then we are going to work together to try to figure out, on Wednesday I'll post another video about how we are going to shape that into a thesis, because although this is research, you're not writing a report, you are writing a thesis-driven, argument-driven essay that is based on research. So you need to take a position on whatever topic you're researching, and then you need to kind of prove it and support it through research. Does that make sense? So Monday morning, you have your topics. Wednesday, I'm going to walk you through turning those topics and sources, once I know everybody has one and has a good one, into taking a position on that, how to develop our thesis. And then we are going to be doing this in pieces. So probably the following Monday, I'll ask for an intro, and then I will go over those. And then the rest of it will be due very shortly after that, because we only have like 4 more weeks left. 3 more weeks left. So we might have to reorder some of the schedule I just said. But basically, what I need you to do is choose a topic, and a source. You're getting a source. And you're watching those library tutorials if you did not do that. If there are questions, please email me immediately. In addition to these two things, you are also going to be looking at your book. You are going to be reading in Norton's Field Guide to Writing 5th edition. Pages, I'm sorry, gotta get back to it. scrolling. Sorry, everybody. Chapter 47, which starts on page 479. It is a blue chapter. It's called Getting a Start on Research. You're going to read chapter 47, and you're going to read also Finding Sources, which is chapter 48, and that starts on page 489. You're reading both of those chapters in their entirety, okay? And so by Monday, you're going to have a source for me. Wednesday, you'll get further instructions. We may have to move a little bit quicker than I originally said in this video. So sources and topics Monday morning. That's what you need to do. Got it? Email me if you have questions.